So we notice that we are multiplying two binomials together. So that means we need to make sure that we multiply each term in one binomial by each term in the second binomial. So again, we multiply the x by each term and multiply this 2 by each term. So let's begin with the x terms. So we have x times the 4x and x times a negative 3. So that's the first term in the first binomial. Now we move on to the second term. So we want to multiply 2 times a 4x and 2 by that next term in the second binomial, 2 times a negative 3. Now we can go through of each of these terms and multiply them out. So we have in this first term, we have x times a 4x. So remember there's a 1 for a coefficient on this x, so we multiply the coefficients together. 1 times 4 gives us 4. And an x to the first times an x to the first, we can keep the like base and add the exponents to get x squared. Then in the second term, we have a negative 3 times x, which gives us negative 3x. In the third term, we have 2 times 4x, so multiplying those coefficients together, we get a positive 8x. And finally, we have 2 times a negative 3, which gives us negative 6. Now, going back through and making sure that this is completely simplified, we want to look for any like terms that need to be combined. So looking at this first term, we have an x squared term. And since there are no other x squared terms throughout the polynomial, that term can stay the same. So 4x squared. Now moving on to the second term of negative 3x, we notice that we have another x term. Therefore, they're like terms and they need to be combined. So we combined the coefficients by adding them together. So we have negative 3x plus a positive 8, and that gives us a positive 5x. And finally, our constant of negative 6. So our final answer should be 4x squared plus 5x minus 6.